Hello guys and welcome to Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Not much of an intro on this one today because I keep getting asked a question. So I'm going to try and cover it today using a rationale that would hopefully make sense to everybody and not offend everybody, because everybody's got their own ideas and methods towards this. And the truth of it is, find what works for you. Now, I'm going to try and demonstrate the find what works for you principle in an easy manner. Please excuse me, I've got a bit of a sore throat. However, so bags and kit, carrying systems, loads, weights, methods. What's the best system in the world? What's the go-to and be end all, Mickey? What should I save for 2 years and buy myself that's going to do me everything? Right, well, let's find out. Could it be that? Could it be the good old 120 litre long back? Could it be a modern operational pack? Could it be a Civi rucksack? Well, be any one of them really. And let's get into it. Your bag is your carrying system, it's your load, it's your force multiplier. Okay, so if I take something like the long back, do excuse me straightening, still got to be careful of the old stomach muscles. Let's take something like that. It's a big old pack. It's a hellacious pack, right? It loads up, it carries well, it's sturdy, it is strong. I've lugged one of these for miles over years and years and years, and they're an awesome bit of kit. You know, once you're packed up, you're loaded up with one of these, you can eat the miles with it. However, it's military. So what's the downside with military? Well, it's damn heavy for a start, but it's rugged, super rugged. You're never going to break this thing. It's battle tested, right? And why is it battle tested? Why is it so rugged, Mickey? Why is my military rucksack so damn heavy, Mickey? Well, let's think about it. Let's think about it for a practical reason. Let's break down the bag and talk about that. Now, I'm going to hear some of you old squaddies out there going, "No, Mickey, that's not how I pack my pack in my day." No, it's not how I pack my pack in my day. It's how I pack my pack now, and it adapts every time. Now, please bear with me on this, because there's some kit in that bag that would also always be carried with the other packs or on my person. Things like my IFAC, okay, things like water. But I've only got a limited number of IFACs. I've only got a limited number of water carriers, so it's a bit more difficult to demonstrate. So where you see gaps in it, just bear with me. Right, so let's talk about this from the top. So basically, it's a military man's load carrying system for the British Army for many years, and it was an awesome bit of kit. Heavy, rugged, reliable, packs a punch. So let's start on the outside. Let's start quite simply. So this little pouch here on the front, which I often get told is a medic pouch, and in the Civi world makes a good medic pouch. For me, it was my poncho pouch, because if I need to build shelter, I need to build it quick, I want to get out the wet and all the rest of it, or a tarp pouch. Nearly pooed myself then. That's a tarp pouch, okay? So everybody adapts it to what they need, but that's one of the go-tos for me with that, because it's on the front, it's where I want it, it's fairly waterproof, it's got a flat cover, I can get it out in a hurry. You can squeeze a couple of bungees in there, you can squeeze a couple of pegs in there if you wanted, right? But you can pull that system out, get it rigged, you've got your shelter, you're out the way, you can drag your bag in, you can now store your other kit. And let's face it, the first rule, get your shelter up. Got your shelter up, you're in the dry. So, side pouches, rocket pouches. So, I like to break these down personally. So, in that one is food admin. Okay, so that is scoff, rations, cook system. Yeah, all goes in that bag, all goes in one side. Now, the other side, you try and balance it out to try and keep your weights even. So, in the other side, I would be carrying water, but also at the top, because it's quick and easy to get to. Scarf, a woolly hat, gloves. I hear you say stick it in your smock. I might not be wearing a smock, I might just be wearing this. My smock might be draped over the top because it's hot going, yeah? So again, you've got to think about packing your bag. I see lots of people going, yeah, what I do, I load out this jacket this way, and I load out this way, and I carry my bag and this way. No, the secret is adaptability, okay? So for this situation, those are going to be in that pouch. I can go to them if I need them. If I don't need them, I don't. And other things that I'll add into it, right, which will go into a pocket quite often in my trouser pocket, because when you need it, you need it. Things like mosquito nets, okay? But underneath that is that bag. Now that's my wet weather gear, okay? So in that, I'll go through it quick. I'll try not to make this too long, this video. So in that, I'll pull that out, right? Easy to get to in a hurry. Waterproof jacket. Waterproof leggings. All in a dry bag. Why is it in a dry bag? Because it's going to get wet, Mickey, and you might not be able to dry it out before you get to wherever you're bashering up. So if you do have to take it off and it's wet, you can put it back in there. It's only that stays wet. Okay. We'll get into these in a bit, because these really, truthfully, I don't see many people using them, but those of us that know, it's a good item to have with you. So that's my 3 external pouches covered. They would also have my water in, any spare rashes or anything like that. In the top here, in this pouch, something that goes in all my kits, IFAC. Okay, I would also be carrying up there possibly GPS, spare batteries, administration kit that I'm going to need on the move, stuff that's not actually in the pack. The pack is my house, okay? So when I go to my pack, and yes, I do know there's other pouches there, but those, if you start loading them all up to the gunnels, it becomes a real pain in the diggity-do. So on the top, what's a military man going to carry? Quite often actually on the top of there, well, the spare gear for the unit, okay? Might be spare ammo. So if every man's carrying a spare box of link, okay, that's a GPMG kit equipped. And that has some weight. Any of you guys that are ex-servicemen know what I'm talking about. You're carrying a box of link in the top of your Bergen, you know about it. Okay, hence my ruck isn't stacked up to here, which you could do, but it isn't. Roll mat with all the kit is a roll mat. Okay, so you can stack it on top. You can bungee it underneath. It's light, it's simple, it can be carried any way you want. It's also hollow. Never forget you can stuff stuff up inside it, right, to lug it. I've got mates that used to stuff their waterproofs inside it because they carried a roll mat on the bottom of their Bergen. They stuff their waterproofs inside it. Simple as that. Quick bungee around it. They're not going to fall out. They can get to them in a hurry. Okay. So you open up your bag. No dry sack. Some people like a big dry sack. I don't. I do like to break things down because it then keeps them protected from one another as well. So first pack out there. Right, in a heavy duty dry sack is my dry kit, okay, and my wash kit. So that's my personal admin kit, my dry kit. In that, great thing with these is you can squash the air out, roll it up, seal it, pack it down. And these heavy duty bags are absolutely awesome for that sort of thing. That dry kit, that's essential. I want to keep that dry. I'm only putting that on at the end of the day. Once I've got my shelter up, once I've got my basher up, once all the admin's done, it doesn't matter if this lot's wet, I can take it off and hang it. Oh dear, tomorrow's going to be another day in soggy clothes. Skin's waterproof, Sam. Skin's waterproof. So I've one set of dry kit, a couple of pairs of socks. I can hand wash socks on the go. Same thing with Grundies, okay? 2 or 3 sets of Grundies, but you can hand wash them on the go. Okay, you can make your brew in the morning, that extra bit of hot water in the mess tin, drop your Grundies into it, give them a good old scrunch in out, that's it. Go wash up, tie it on the back of your kit, dry by the time you get anywhere. Okay, so that's personal admin. And then dig it down into the bag. It's that dry bag. Now that dry bag there is a nice big one. It has to be, because that contains my sleeping bag and it also contains my bivvy bag. There's 2 items that I actually want to keep dry. Now your bivvy bag on the go might get damp, okay? In which case your bivvy bag may have to relocate itself to the outside of this bag, but you always keep that sleeping bag dry, okay? Once it's wet, it's done. It's no use to you whatsoever. You might as well chuck it away, okay? Go skin yourself a sheep to sleep inside, because once your sleeping bag's wet, it's no use to you. You've then got to spend time drying out, and anybody that's drying that sleeping bag knows the pain and suffering, okay? But again, that's a lot of bulk, okay? It's a lot of bulk. It's not a huge amount of weight, but it is a lot of bulk. Hence, the burger has to be a big old bag. It's no use giving guys tiny little sleeping bags that aren't going to keep them warm, is it? Right? And again, when you see a serviceman, what's he wearing? Okay? He's wearing his rig. So whether it be an assault vest, whether it be webbing, whatever it is, he's carrying his battle kit on him. That Bergen goes over the top. That's home. Gets set up at the basher, the forward operating point, or the fob, wherever you're going. That's your home. That's your admin. Patrolling and actually being out is that kit that you're wearing, the rifle you're carrying, your ammo pouches, and the rest of it. And in amongst that, you're going to have possibly your IFAC. You're going to have you definitely have your IFAC, but you're going to have some spare scarf, your water. The essentials are always going to stay with you. Your bag is home. In the Civi world, we swap it around a little bit, because I'm not going to walk around, go for a walk up the woods, full combat scenario, to go frighten the life out of the locals. However, I don't need to be carrying a weapon now, so I don't need the ammo pouches. Okay, pouches are a good thing though. We'll come back into that in a bit, because again, as a civvy, it gives you the ability to adapt what you need. Things like the IFAC, okay, these sort of pouches, brilliant. You can now put it on your belt quite simply if you wanted to, or you can slip it inside a pocket. One of the things I like to try and make sure with things like this is it's always with me. So my IFAC is designed to actually fit in my cargo pouch, so that it's always with me. So when I'm up the woods, if I walk away from the camp with an axe or a saw, or do something stupid, slice through my hand, that emergency kit's with me to sort myself out ASAP. Okay, if I get separated from my gear, it's with me. So again, that's your IFAC, and you can do the same with all your other personal items, your mobile phone, so on. Stick it in a pouch, carry it, stick it in a pocket, whatever you're going to do. So that is the military Bergen. Let's have a look at a Civi pack. Okay, Civi packs are good. Nice walking pack. This 45 litres. Okay, it's nice. Fits on a body. Excuse the pockets being open. I want you to imagine they've got water in them. Yeah, it's a nice bit of kit. Put a bladder in this. It works really well. Okay, it's nice, well balanced, and again, it's super light. Okay. Downside of that is it's nowhere near as robust as the military one. Okay, so that military one I've had probably, Mac probably tell me, it's probably the best part of 30 years. This Civi one I'd probably replace every couple of years. Okay, because it's just not built as strong. However, I won't knock it, because for what it is, it's an awesome bit of kit. And just for an idea, what could you carry in there? Well, depends what you're doing as well, doesn't it? The other thing. Military kit, big old Bergen, you're going out for days, aren't you? There's lots of kit I wasn't carrying in that. Okay. Civi kit. Okay, so you can pack it out. And again, the same sort of rationale. Okay. Look at how the bag packs, look how you pack your kit. So, food cook set, nice and lightweight. Okay, simple. Right, dry rations, nice little gas burner, nice little pot. Yeah, it's light, it's efficient, it's all super lightweight. That's what you want. In its bag, sealed up. Next bag out. Dry kit again. Again, my rationale is going to be quite simple. A small amount of dry kit. But this time, this is probably just stuff to sleep in at night. Because most of the hiking gear is quick dry and all the rest of it. You hang up a pair of crag hoppers inside your tent overnight. They're dry by the morning. Absolutely brilliant kit. So again, you're lightening up, moving faster, moving lighter, not going into such severe conditions if you've got any common sense. So that's your dry kit. Again, your waterproofs, your wet kit, as we demonstrated before. Okay, that can be carried outside, tucked in a side pocket, quite simply. A pair of waterproof leggings, or you're probably wearing waterproof trousers if you're hiking any distance anyhow. But a windproof jacket. Another thing that you're going to want as well, which often gets overlooked, is a nice waterproof jacket, windproof and warm jacket. Even in the summer in the UK, quite often the temperature can drop. You want something you can get into to keep you warm. And again, with carrying a bag, you're talking about carrying the minimum. Sleeping bag, again, using the stuff sack, the dry stuff sack. I can pump the air out of it, shrink it down to 3-season bag in there. Nice, fairly light. It goes away, but it takes up a lot of space. And there we go, there's the difference. 3-season Civi, military rucksack. Okay, it's a difference, isn't it? And then tent system. Okay, your shelter system, tent system. So that's a tent system with a pole. It's a 1 Tigris system. Again, it's nice, light and efficient, all fitted inside the bag. So it's a Civi bag, good or bad. That's what you make of it, isn't it? That's what you make of it. The other thing I will say with Civi bags is you've got to spend the bucks. Okay. Cheap and nasty is cheap and nasty and will fail and let you down. There's nothing worse than getting halfway through your expedition, having a high old time, have a shoulder strap break or something go like that. So again, that's where you start to come into having to carry more loads, more equipment. Okay, so I carry one of these with me, and it is a little admin roll. Okay, there's all sorts in there, wash kit, needles, threads, bits and pieces like that. You don't have to have something quite that size, but I like it because it means I can hang it up in a tree. I've got all my little PI, all my little personal issue bits and pieces in there, my little bits that make me a bit happy, handful of boiled sweets, things like that for the evening. Yeah, just all those sort of things. Then, so that's really, yeah. So really there we've covered getting it out, covering a bit of distance, isn't it? That's what they're really aimed for. Civil or military, going a distance, lugging your home on your back, carrying your house, get out in the wilds. So, what else is there? So there's what I call day packs. Now, a day pack to me is, I often think of it like an assault pack. Okay, it's smaller. It carries what I need for the operation, carries what I need for that particular mission, that particular day. Okay, it's not designed for me to go out and stay for a week. It's not designed for me to walk necessarily 200 miles. If I was going to do that, I'd go to one of those kits. Okay, it is my operational pack for the day, and that varies depending on what I'm doing. So I do YouTubing, I get out, I do filming, I do a little bit of bushcraft, do a little bit of survival. I may even be instructing for the day. Okay, so if I'm instructing for the day, I've got a couple of dirty great big wheel along boxes that have got bow drill kits in it and all the gear that I need to dish out to people for instructing for the day. But I still want my operational pack. Okay, my operational pack for the day could be something like that. You've all seen me wear it. It's one of my favourites. Something like that. Water bottle carrier on that side. Dump pouch on that side, which dump pouch, exactly what it says. Dump anything in it that you need to carry, anything that don't fit in a pack or you might want there and then, dump it in it. Okay. Now this is an operational pack. Well, I keep saying operational pack. Mission pack, event pack, day pack. It's for what you're planning to do. So what we'll do is break that one down. So again, it's a smaller pack. It is supposedly a 40-litre pack. I'd actually say nearer 50. It's sturdy. Again, it's great because take it out with me, it takes some abuse. I'll stick a litre of water in there. It packs away nice and efficient in the car. Let's go through it. Let's go through it. So, starting with the top pouch, we're going to be for first aid kit. Now, because I do a lot with fire, I've got a burns kit which I like to take with me. My IFAC's in my pocket, but I'll also take the burns kit. If I'm instructing, I've got a 10-man first aid kit, which is a fairly comprehensive first aid kit. Yeah, that'll be carried separately. And the next pouch down, because of what I do, GoPro, plus my drone, plus any other filming, electrical gear that I need to store will go down in that bottom pouch. Okay, even things like my tripod quite often get tucked down the side there. Makes it a bit easier. Also in there, I like to keep my Scott for the day. Alright, so greedy boy, there's 3 there. But I might have somebody with me that's hungry as well. In fact, invariably I've got somebody with me that's hungry or says, I've never tried one of them, can I try one? Yeah, alright, no problem. Not a problem. Because I'm that kind of nice guy. So, let's get into the pack itself. Now, please excuse my pack. It's got a bit grubby over the last couple of years of regular use and could do with a bit of a scrub out. But I like this pack. It's a Combat Medics Pet Field pack. I like this because this whole front zips and opens up. Okay, so I can go in from the top. There are 2 ways of going in through the top. And you see, I don't do it that often. I can open that up and go in through the top there. Okay, but my preferred method, the method I like to use personally, is take the bag, and I'd normally lay it flat, but there you go, gives you a good image. Now you've got inner pockets here, okay, which you can pack out with your gear, but that pushes into the centre. So in there, I've packed this one out for an overnighter up the woods hammock camping. Okay, it's winter, so in the summer I wouldn't have that. I'd probably just have the wooby slipped in there. But rucksack, top, underquilt. Okay, I can hear you already saying, where's the tarp, Mick? Right, the tarp, because of the size of the bag, in all honesty, would probably go into another bag or would go on top or would be pushed into the dump pouch. Dump pouches are brilliant for tarps. Don't fold your tarps, stuff your tarps. That way you don't get creases. Creases form damage, damage leaks. Okay, so what you can do with dump pouch, stuff it in. But the other bonus is it's on the outside, right there. First rule again, get to your location. We're going to set the shelter up. Weather could turn. First thing you do, get the shelter up. You can now move underneath it. Do everything else you need to do. You may notice I'm not carrying dry kit with me in this one. That's only an overnighter. Yeah, it's only an overnighter. It probably means I'm not going to be that far from car, transport, home or whatever, or even if it was a bit of a tab, I'd just look at it and go, do you know what, I'm going to have to be wet. I'll sleep in my grundies. Okay, if it's that cold and horrible, I might take a little bag with a set of thermals in it just to kip in at night. But invariably, it's going to be what I go in, you know, even for a weekender, right? All I do is take a change of underwear with me, possibly a change of socks if I'm going to be doing a lot. So again, I'm minimising it down. Okay. Also in there, cook system. Well, for me, I'm usually up the woods, so fuel sources aren't too much of a problem. I pop the cook in and drink from. So again, minimise it. The pot, yeah, I'm doing ball in the bag. In there, water. Oh, got coffee, got my food. Get 2 jobs out of every resource if you can. Yeah. And then also alongside that in there, because I'm up the woods, I like to take my silky with me. Now you've got a choice there, either an axe or a saw. Okay. Now I often hear the argument axe over saw, but the thing for me is I'm already carrying a fair sized knife. Okay, which is great for battening and will do most of the small tasks that a light axe would do for me. So again, it's working out what you need and not carrying stuff you don't. So that's that pack pretty much. And again, on top of that, in my pockets, I might be carrying other bits and pieces, carrying my IFAC and that, nibbles, treats, anything else I want to take with me. But again, it adapts to what I need. But it's not big enough, really, for getting out and doing, say, a 200-mile hike. And a 200-mile hike, would I want to be carrying the military Bergen? Yeah, that's a lot of weight. But you got all the gear with you. Civi Bergen. Yeah, it's a lot lighter. It's going to be a lot easier to carry. I might not have everything with me. Ooh. And then lastly not least, day pack. Going out for that little walk. Now, modify these how you want. Okay, so I've taken to doing a lot of walking lately, and it might be anywhere from 5 to 20-mile walks. Okay, 20-mile walks, he says, not quite yet, but yeah, I have got up to around 8 miles. The wound is getting better, but it starts to pull at that. So what do I carry in that? Well, waterproof water, food, first aid kit, some general admin on pouches, mobile phone just in case I need it, excuse the morale patches, and in that one there, I've only just started doing it in the last few days because I found myself out a couple of times where it was getting dark and that, and I have also found myself in a couple of places where I'm going, what's that over there then? So I'm lugging a compass with me, even though I know the area, so I start to take grid references, notepad, pen, note things down there, grid reference, so and so, so and so is interesting. Hole in the fence at grid reference, so and so and so and so. I better contact them and let them know, all that sort of thing. It's just general admin. Yeah, and a couple of little things in there that come in handy when you're on a tab, you're on a walk. I've got a monocular in there. I've got my monocle in there. Monocle, awesome bit of kit. Well worth you getting and carrying, especially if you're a bit older like me and you wear glasses. Because if I lose or break those and I need to scan my map, I can still use the monocle. Doubles up as a firelighting aid, and it's also handy when you've got that thorn in your hand or you're trying to sort of look at something really, really small, or even doing plant identification. Having a monocle, yeah, can make all the difference. It's just a magnifying glass at the end of the day, guys. But that's all up there where I want it, because I actually got really cheesed off with carrying that kit in my bag and going, where's my I need my compass, and going there. I didn't want my compass around my neck. I'm already carrying gear around my neck, so it just lives in there, nice and simple. Front pouch, got it there. Okay, I can use it. When I'm done with it, I can put it back, or I've got the string, I can loop it around my neck. Now, whenever you're putting it away, you just got to be a little bit careful and mindful that it's in there. It's not attached to that. Okay, it's in a nice secure pouch. You could attach it if you wished, but I find by attaching it to that, I'm dropping it down here. And if I'm really using the compass a lot, I actually want that ability to put it on the neck. This little pack didn't come with a chest strap, but I got myself a chest strap. Nice little orange one, just clips in, makes it comfortable, easy to use. Bit tactical. I'd rather the pouches were in a bit more Civi spec, but again, phone. Got a really big, heavy phone. It's there where I need it. I'm going to hear it ring, especially as I'm almost deaf. So let's get back to this pack. So this is what I call my walking pack. So at the moment with midwinter, I do a lot of walking alongside roads. I do a lot of walking in the woods. So again, all I want with me is just what I need for that walk. So we'll go into the actual pack itself in a bit, but a friend of mine, Life's a Hobby, gave me a tip a little while back. Now, I'm a great believer in red lights over white lights, purely simply because it doesn't damage my night vision. But you want to be seen, and he came up with a simple system that if you did collapse, he does a lot of mountain walking. So if you ended up face down in the hills, he wanted to be seen. So he started carrying just a little red flashing strobe. Simple, it's a bicycle light. It's a little bicycle light. All it is. One on the front, okay? Which also means I've got a red light there if I need to see to do anything, but it's to my front. UK law says if I'm walking anywhere where there's traffic, you should be walking face into the traffic, so that you see the traffic coming towards you. But I also bought a second one, which tends to go on the back. Again, it makes me visible from a long way away. Now, I know not everybody wants to be visible. I get that. But also, in these days of grotty weather, idiot drivers, people dazzling one another with their headlights, that little advantage goes a long, long way. It also means if you're in the middle of nowhere and you do have an incident, you fall flat on your front, there's something going off in your back. Now, your planning will mean, like for me, I turn around to my missus and I say, I'm going for a walk up to so-and-so. This is a route I'm going on. I'm setting out now. I'll see you hopefully, love, in 2 hours. If she doesn't get a phone call from me in 3 hours, she starts to worry. But she knows my route. She knows my planning. She knows I'm an old boy. She knows I've just had an operation. She knows I may have to call the emergency services. She can give them that route. Okay? Yes, they're going to be looking for me along that route. But if I'm laying just off the track in the undergrowth, I've gone down, there's a flashing light on me. Makes it obvious where I am, doesn't it? Now, I know it's not perfect. You might land on your side. Yeah, all that comes into it. But every little advantage you give yourself helps. So, pack itself. So, again, IFAC there. Doesn't have to be. Normally it's in my trouser pocket. That normally gets loaded up with some nibbles. Munchy things. And they're on the pack, purely and simply, I don't want to be eating them as I'm going along. They're in these pockets. I'm a tubby old boy. I'm trying to lose weight. Put it in my pack, and I get to the point where I think, God, do you know what? I'm flagging. I might put that pack off, take it out, open it up, and go to it. The other side is my water. Okay, even if you're just doing a short walk, right? Even if you're only doing 5 miler, take 500 mils of water with you. A little drop of water like that. Okay, 1, it rehydrates. 2, you never know when you need to wash something off. We've all done it where we put our hands somewhere and gone, oh my God. And yes, you can go to wet wipes, but it's sometimes just nice to be able to wash it off. Okay, you get something in your eye. I've had it with bugs. I had a bug fly in my eye. Okay, just the fact that you can tilt your head back and wash it out with a bit of water. Okay, 101 reasons to have a bit of water with you. There is no excuse never to have any water with you. Okay, I know it's going to set the cut amongst pigeons. Just how I think, to be honest with you. Start with my outer pouch, and again, it's only a little 25 litre bag. It's not a waterproof bag. There's a waterproof cover. Okay, cheap, bright orange, waterproof cover. Just helps to keep you a bit more waterproof, keep the water out of the bag. Always got a map where I'm going. Always got an OS. All right. Why? Because you find things that are interesting. You might mark something. You might have a casualty. You might have a location. You might need to sit there and think, what's the easiest route out of here? Okay? You might want to mark something off that you found of interest to go back to at a later date. And again, for its weight and size, it's no issue. Right, GoPro. Always got my filming gear with me. And then into the main body. So again, one of these heavy duty plastic waterproof bags. We'll come into that in a minute. Under that, waterproof, yeah, waterproof jacket. I'll be wearing walking trousers and I'm not going out for days on end, so I don't really need to go mad with the waterproof gear. Just a waterproof, windproof jacket, a light one. I'm already going to be going the right gear for walking. But if I suddenly think to myself, blimey, the weather's changed, it's coming like a hoolie. If I need to, I've got something I can change into. More often than not, in all honesty, I just go, skin's waterproof. It gives you the option, though, if you need to. And again, if something happens, you find yourself having to sit down, sit things out, wait things out, that extra layer is going to give you a little bit of insulation. Right, let's get into it. Yeah, let's go through the board first of all. Right, some of the ways to think about your bags, guys, especially if you're new to this, and this is where this video is aimed. It's aimed at people that are new. And the idea of this video isn't to tell you rights or wrongs. This is actually just to give you some thoughts, okay? And I know some of my friends are going to get back to me and go, oh, Mickey, yeah, thank you for the comments. I look forward to reading them. But I think, first of all, when packing your bag, think about what you need over what you want, okay? We all are guilty of overpacking bags, carrying more than we need, okay? It's a human nature thing. You're packing it, oh, I could do an extra one of that, oh, that's taking that, oh, I want to try this bit of kit out, and so on, right? But every gram you add is going to drag energy out of you. So you've got to sort of break it down to, do I really need that? Do I take that another day on another journey? Do I need it for what I'm doing with it? Okay, so you break that down. 2, remember, distance plus weight equals failure. Okay, try and reduce your weight as much as possible. It's absolutely fine and dandy seeing the video of a guy, 120 litre Bergen, 150 pound on his back, slogging up a mountain. Yeah, if he's a peak machine, fantastic. Okay, wait till he's my age. The damage is done. Okay, the other thing is, why be uncomfortable? See so many people carrying way much more than they really need, and even I'm guilty of it. Even in my little day sack here, I'm guilty of carrying a bit more than I really need, but at least that day sack's light enough for me to be able to manage. Okay. Force multipliers. When you're putting your kit together, constantly keep in your mind, yeah, will it do more than one job? Can I get something to do 2 jobs rather than carrying 2 items? Again, when you look at your stainless steel cup, okay, if you've got a stainless steel cup, your water container fits inside it, brilliant, even better still. If you're doing boiling the bags, right, or you're cooking something that can be cooked in a container, within that, you're boiling water to make a brew, that's your cup. You can eat out of the container, yeah? So again, one less thing to have to carry, one less bit of weight. And it goes the same through all your kit. Your trousers. Do you need waterproof trousers if you're wearing something like Crag Hopper's super watershed mountain trousers? No, you don't, because they're going to shed the water off for you. They're going to be light and comfortable, so you don't need to carry the waterproofs with you. Okay. Same thing with your upper kit. One of the things I like to carry in there these days is a puffy jacket, and I will scrunch that puffy jacket right down, put it in one of these bags, and it just goes in the top. And then above that, all I need is a lightweight walking shirt. Okay, something like a sprayway or something like a surf shirt that will take the moisture away from my body, but allow my body to breathe, so that I can put the energy into it. But if I come to a stop or I need to stop, I can just put that layer on. Simple as. Rationale, reality, resups and recce's, yeah. So if you are going to do a 200 miler, do it like the military do. Do a recce. put cash points out there, put your resubs out there, organise resubs from your mates. You are not going to realistically carry 10 days of food on your back. Okay, ain't going to happen. I don't care how clever and wise you are, ain't going to happen. Even when explorers have done the Arctic and had to carry everything with them, it's pulling a pulp behind them with everything loaded up. Grateful for every day that goes past because it's getting a little bit lighter. Yeah. So again, you got to think like that. Okay. So you've got to break it down to the rationale and the reality. Where am I going? How far am I going? What do I need? How do I carry out or equip myself for my day-to-day needs? Which invariably, greatest weights are always food and water. The two heaviest things you're going to carry as a civilian. Okay. Long-term, short-term comes back into that as well. Are you going off into the wilderness to live for the next 2 or 3 months? Well, in that case, you're going to go down to bushcraft skills. You're going to carry hammers, nails, saws, that sort of gear with you, trap lines, hunting gear, that sort of thing. You're going to live off the land. Not as easy as a lot of people think. Okay, short term, I may go for a walk. Might be 3-4 hours. Okay, break it down to what you need. And because, as I was saying before, I always like to overthink things, and I'm as guilty as everybody else is carrying too much weight. Let's have a look at what I put in that bag for a walk around the local lake. Hello. So I'm going out, it might be a few hours, and I'm a dreamer. Quite often I'll stop, set up the camera and just sit back and go, look at that view. I'm Kaz, I'm going to be out here for another couple of hours. I'm having a stunning day, the ducks are on the water, the wildlife, I've spotted a deer, I'm watching badgers, whatever. So I carry enough stuff with me to be able to adapt my day. Always got my emergency kit with me. We've been through that one before. I'm not carrying a shelter in there, but I'm carrying a little simple emergency shelter there. And this one is just a simple nylon orange. Again, if I'm dealing with a casualty or have an issue or need to signal, it's a tarp. At the end of the day, it's a cheap, easy, ripstop nylon tarp. And if I remember correctly, it's 2x2, I believe, or just under 2x2 square, which means I've got enough to rig up a simple shelter wherever I need it, and it packs away to next to nothing, and it's nice and light. Not, yeah, am I planning to use it? No, not really, but I want it with me just in case. Okay, and then also in there, supplies for the day. So I've got water with me. As we were saying before, some nibbles. Yeah, just some trail mix, vac packed. Might want to take a bag of noodles with you, or, and this is all Benny's fault, getting me into spicy things, something a little bit more, but you might want to take some noodles with you, quick, easy to do in the film. And in this particular kit, bottle of meths, GI stove, little meths burner, selection of coffees. Now, 3 or 4 coffees just means if I'm really enjoying that day, I'll just sit back, chill, get the tarp out if I need to, fold the tarp, sit on the ground or create a windbreak, get a brew on, chillax, make the most of it. Okay, sometimes it is just so nice to be able to have that little bit of extra kit with you, which means you can sit back and enjoy the day rather than sit there thinking, I'm hungry now. Now carry it with you. It's simple. And find, you don't have to go with methods. Just find whatever method suits you. I know guys that carry dragon gel, hexamine, whatever you want to carry, what works for you. Gas stove if need be. Find systems light, efficient, easy, simple, packs away small, make that one of your tasks. So, lastly but not leastly, why do I think people are missing out on something by not having these bags? Well, above and beyond the obvious, which is They keep your kit dry. Okay, they also have another essential role. These heavy duty ones, great for collecting water, make a comedy chef's hat, but more importantly than that, they make a damn good flotation aid. Okay, these things are brilliant. Even packed in your bag as a flotation aid. Okay, it's the sort of thing that you can use to save your life or even save somebody else's life. Okay, especially if you're anywhere near watercourses. It's another reason I like an orange one. It's a great bit of kit. You can even attach it to yourself if you really had to. You have one on each arm. Okay, but they are absolutely awesome for that role. The other thing that comes in handy with them, okay, and I've never tried using one as a seat, although I've heard people have, but if you drop the pressure in it a little bit and you decide to crash out, no more having to carry a pillow. Okay, make a damn good pillow, wrap that in a t-shirt, a jacket, whatever, nice and comfortable. You can also use them to improvise sprints and things like that. And getting back to the first aid thing, if you have somebody that's burnt a digit, and let's face it, 9 times out of 10 where do people burn? It's the old hands. Fill that with cold water, stick the hand in it, strap it up, start walking them to aid. Again, many uses. They're a great bit of kit, and at the moment, yes, I know a lot of people go, oh, you got that from Temu. Yes, to get it from Temu. Yes, it is Chinese. It was cheap. Okay, it was dirt cheap, and in actual fact, I've looked at the equivalent in the Civi world at £30-40. Yeah, got that dirt cheap on Temu. And they do all sorts of sizes from 5 litres right through to 35-40 litres. Yeah, good bit of kit, great bit of kit, well worth having in your gear, and it's a multiplier. So there you go. Hope that gives some pointers, some ideas towards bags, the methodology of bags, how to think about bags. I'm not telling you I'm an expert. I'm not telling you I know right or wrong. I'm just saying from my experience, that's my thought process of the bags. Sometimes it's got to be a big bag loaded up to the gunnels. Okay. Sometimes it's a small light bag. You've just got to work it out for yourself. And I am constantly looking for bags. I am constantly adapting, changing bags. I'm constantly looking at what's out there. In actual fact, today I've actually said, Kaz, can you see if you can find me a 40-litre bag, nice plain colour, okay? Because I want something between my 25-litre and my combat pack, yeah? But I want it to be a bit more Civi spec. I want it to be a little bit more, yeah, just blends in, simple as that. But there you go, that's bags. Buying your bags, go out there and try them. If you can get away with not buying it from the internet, go out, try it on. There are some fantastic bag manufacturers out there. There are plenty of companies, shows, army surplus stores and all the rest of it. Go out, try it on. No two people are the same. We're all different widths across the shoulder, lengths in the back, carrying different weights, different postures even. Okay. The last thing you want to do is go and buy yourself a pack and find it doesn't fit you, or it won't fit you, or it's uncomfortable for you. Okay. And when you try the packs in the stores, ask them if they can pack it out. Okay, they're not going to put weight in it, but quite often these places will have something they can pack it out. Yeah, be cheeky. So can't just stick a sleeping bag in there and a couple of bits just to feel how it feels on my shoulders. Because again, it's like a pair of shoes. You wouldn't buy a pair of shoes without trying them on. Okay, and a ruck and a backpack is exactly the same. If you get the wrong one, it's going to hurt you. It's going to damage you. It's going to make your life a misery. If you get the right one, it will fit you like a glove, it'll be comfortable and it'll allow you to go a lot further. And once you've found that, practice your packing, your unpacking, getting things in an order, taking them out in an order, rationale in it. Because the other thing is that also helps you when you're trying to do things in a hurry. It stops you losing things. It helps you to keep the system. For me, it's waterproofs, shelter towards the top. Because let's face it, when the weather turns bad, those are the first things you want to get to. Everything else can be sorted beyond that. Hope this helps. Hope this helps anybody that's starting out. Hope you enjoy it. And yeah, that's about it then on bags, isn't it? I'm glad to get this one out of the way because I keep getting asked for it. This is just my thoughts and ideas. Guys, whatever you carry, however you carry it, wherever you carry it in this wonderful world of ours, have an absolutely awesome day. Go outside, have your adventures, have fun, enjoy yourself. Get some walking under your belt. I'm going out this afternoon. I'm going to get a few more miles under my belt, make me feel better. But more important than that, love those you do, forgive those you don't. And as always, may peace and light be on you all in this absolutely wonderful world of ours. This is Mickey, Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Please like, subscribe, and share if possible. Catch you later, guys. Mickey out.